Hello everybody, episode number 8 of Let's Make Text Editor. And today I'm going to continue to work on StatusBar. And main goal is make StatusBar constrain the height of StatusBar. So actually it looks like I need to continue to work on layout and widget. So my idea is give to layout and to widget give the several properties, and actually not to widget but to layoutable. Basically it's going to be void max height, and for sake of symmetry I think I will do same thing for width. Actually, also I was thinking about methods set width and set height, and it just for now it just convenience methods for resize. Actually it is not, because I need getters and this class doesn't have getters, unfortunately. Okay, so let's keep it like this: max height, min height, max width, min width. And for our needs for StatusBar, it should be fine. Okie dokie. And of course it will not compile because everything will need so I need to implement this routine inside the widget. And default implementation is going to return -1, which supposedly means, actually no, I will not return. I will return minimum and maximum value. So just to make computation inside the layout simpler. So max height is going to return. There is some class C++ max integer. Not it's not numeric limits, so this thing. So I need to include limits, and I can get min. There is some class numeric limits, so I need to include limits, and then return of int max. This one should return 0. Something like this. So now it's complaining about layout, so I need to do same thing for layout. And let me just copy it from here. Except widget. Voila. Now I'm going to StatusBar, and StatusBar has to return, let me see, implementation of screen, glyph height, big pointer with big. So I need to cache, right? Wait. Anyway, because I'm going to type some text, I'm thinking. I supposed to inherit this thing from screen. It's one thing. Now I can max. And let me return some number, and then say to do. Now, wow. Now I want to modify layout according the constraints, min height, min width, and so on. How I can do this thing? Let's think. So we have several elements. let's do it in one dimension. We have several elements. So in total it's width. So it's v1, v2, v3. And for example, so first it has to meet constraints and make everything like we have constraints, right? So v1 should be always greater than v1 min, and v1 greater or equal should be less or equal v1 max, and for rest of it it's one criterion, and it's kind of so one criteria. And our criteria, I want to put all of them some kind of fair, right? And how we can call fair average. No, average will not help, right? So how far all of them from fair distribution, correct? So we divide by, for instance, we have n of them, right? Divide by n, and we want to subtract vi, and if it's, we want to minimize this thing. This is one way how to calculate width for each of them, and for sure this criteria will work, but I have no idea how to program this thing. Actually, this criteria I don't think is good criteria, because if, for example, I have constraint for this thing to make it very small, this criteria will try to make everything width divided by n, and so it means I don't think this criteria is very good criteria. I mean, for example, I have hard constraint for this thing, like it can be only this size. This rest of them I want to divide just by 2. So let's make it simple. Let's make it simple. First of all, I think I will make there some function which will return an array, calculate. I don't know what to calculate. Width, but also height. So dimensions, and it will take an array min max, and let's make it pair int min max. Also it will take dimension. So first let's make it simple. Just copy paste it, just refactoring, right? Did I spell it right? So it's dimension. Dimension. And it will not divide by 0 because I am iterating through this array. So if it's 0, it will never enter here. So I do not need to check for 0. And now I need to refactor this code. So first of all, I need to min max go. I need to iterate for all layoutables. Min max back l dot min height dot max height, and then I need to auto with heights equal dimensions min max and height. Here I need to iterate again through both, so auto go top there, top plus glow. Calculate and same. I have some criteria for refactoring, and if refactoring increasing the size of code, something not good, and this refactoring actually increasing size of code, and I mean it's just heuristics, right? But I have to stop and think about this thing, because definitely this piece of code less than this and this, so I have to think and try to understand why it happened. So right now I think it's fine, because I'm going to add more code here and it will. So for this reason I'm doing this kind of refactoring. So let's test my refactoring. So I'm thinking about what. So I'm going to do first run, then second run I'm going to, it's not going to be accurate, but it will work in certain cases. So later on I will try to figure out the better algorithm for layouting, but for now I'm going to use this simple algorithm. So first run, just put for everything dimensions average fair, and then I'm going to check for constraints. So I'm going to iterate again from min max and check it. So if l dot first, so it's minimum, right? So if result less than minimum, I'm going to set it to like this. Same thing for first, for second, but if it's greater. And I want to have some boolean array which will say don't touch it, right? So untouchable list, and here's it. I'm going to push back false, and also to count. So put else if to be sure I will not do it twice, because I'm going here equal true, and also I'm going to decrease the number of touchable. And now I'm going to do second run. Plus I, and for second run And again, I do not need to go through. I can go through results either. Result. Let's call it dim. And dim, if it's not untouchable, dim equal. Can use this formula again, but touchable count auto remind dimension is going to be and dim equal this thing. So here's it, remind dimension and divide by something like this. What? Cross fingers. Oops. Now it should work. Yep. So other thing what I want to do is with black thing. So what I want to do, I want to add some extra screen. So there is a method that returns width and height, and I want to make it plus -1 plus -1. Yeah, and I need to I need to take care about this thing, like hiding cursor. Where I'm touching this scroll, I'm touching it here. So I need to put here 2. Yeah, fine. And also I want to draw different cursor. If it's draw line, set color gray, if has focus, else make it gray here and red here. Okie dokie. So let's mark me this progress. So I'm going to make the commit. So let's review it first. So I implemented this chunk of code, then I refactor this thing, status bar. Also I made the new layout and changed the color for cursor. So the biggest one is minWidth and max height. So implement minWidth height, maxWidth height. Make cursor for focus and focus. So for today, I think I will done. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.